Guys, they said Kabiesi's wives, allegedly, they were all in tears over what is happening right now in the palace. Remember they said after that native doctor, by the native doctor that wanted to use mortar to, well, is it change or hide Queen Naomi's destiny with that of the king? After realizing that for the king to succeed on that throne, that he needs Queen Naomi by his side. If not, the enemies will make him porous to spiritual attacks, and through that, they will dethrone him. So after they find out about this, a lot of them who really don't want the king to be in that palace, they started working against Queen Naomi's return. And like Yanifa said a lot of people are going to buy over this full moon ritual, the last full moon ritual, because they are not going to keep quiet to see it happen. But whether they keep quiet or not, that it is going to happen. So, and a lot of them that are working towards stopping it. You have heard how about 3 people have just died because of the same reason. So with what is going on right now, they said when they find out that some elders too in the palace are working with these native doctors, you know, to make sure that that ritual did not happen. Information have it that Kabiesi summoned the elders in a very old shrine. They say that shrine in the palace is where whenever situation gets critical, that is where they normally summon them. And whenever you are summoned in such place and your hands are not clean, you start having problems. So after Kabiesi summoned them there and angrily let them know that any one of them who is working against Queen Naomi who did not stop anytime from now, that that person will die just like the native doctors and his servant did. Information have it that after that, about 2 or 3 elders, they fall sick. They said the sickness self no be small thing, as it was a strange sickness. Because Kabiesi took them into that shrine, they did not prepare for it. Yes, because I'm sure if they have known that that is where the meeting will be holding, some of them will give one reason or the other why they will not be present for that meeting. Or some of them might come with something like antidote or anything. But Kabiesi took them unawares due to how angry he is, how furious he is over the betrayal. So when this thing happened, they said some of the elders, they have decided to come out to beg Kabiesi, letting Kabiesi know that they are going to give him all the necessary support that he needed. That after realizing that Queen Naomi is more important to the throne than these other wives, because you know that some of them are working with the wives. So they said when they made it known to the other wives that, especially those that are working with them, that Queen Naomi is very, very important, more important to that throne than them. They said they were all devastated. Yes, even Kabiyesi have said it earlier that Queen Naomi is just his destiny helper on the throne. Queen Naomi is not the one that put him there, but Queen Naomi is meant to be his journey mate on the throne. And remember, there was a time they said Kabiyesi was in his dream when his mother visited him, letting him know that without Queen Naomi on that throne, that the throne is going to be so rough that he might not last long there, according to the information. No, don't forget that these are all alleged, unverified information making rounds on social media, okay? So, they said the wives, they are not happy at all. Of course, you don't expect them to be happy when an elder or elders will come out and say that a particular wife who is not even in the palace, who have been in the palace for some time, is more important than those of you who are in the palace, working your axe out, trying to increase the palace revenue and all of that. Like they will always complain. So right now they said the elders are ready to go extra mile to make sure that those items are found so that the full moon ritual will take place. But we all know that it's not all of them that will give their support. There are some that will even choose to buy fighting for it, while some will be kind of remorseful, knowing that what they have been doing to the king, who have been so good to them all this while, because Kabiyesi have been very good to them, you know, uh, trying to help them in many ways, and yet they are working with the king's wife against him. So some of them are remorseful and they have decided to turn back and plead for Kabiyesi's forgiveness, and also promise to support in everything to ensure that the full moon ritual happens. Why I believe that some of them came back because of what happened to those elders. So will I say they came back because they are afraid that something might happen to them? And you know that when that happens, remember they say Kabiyesi promised them that no matter, even though they are high chiefs, that if they die as a result of fighting Queen Naomi's return, they will bury them like chicken. And you know that that is the worst thing that will ever happen to someone who have been a very high chief before now. When you join your ancestors, the way they will do your burial will be like as if it's a chicken that just died. So maybe whether it's because of those threats or something, I don't know. But they say they have come out in their numbers to come and let the other wives know that Queen Naomi is so important to the throne and they really want him back. Especially they said it was the Geisi ruling house that have made this decision, because they know that if Queen Naomi did not return, based on a particular prophecy that is trending now, that after 290 something days, that Kabiyesi will be betrayed and pushed aside. And you know when that happens, it simply means that the Geisi ruling house generally have lost the leadership, because it will definitely go to another clan. So they have come out to give their support, but the wives are not happy. But whether they are happy about it or not, it doesn't matter. The fact remains that right now, Queen Naomi is happy to return back to her husband. So anyone that is fighting against it should be ready to fight against the gods, because the gods are with them. That is what we are hearing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget that these are all alleged, unverified information making rounds on social media and shouldn't be taken as fact unless you verify them. Please subscribe to my channel, follow my page, and share this video. I love you guys. Bye. See you.